We want to do everything we can to make sure that we're on the right side of the ledger when dealing with other people. We judge who we want to spend time with, who we want to help, by whether or not they have a net positive or negative effect in our life. And when I say being on the right side of the ledger, I mean you want to be net positive. You never want to be the person that takes advantage of somebody else's generosity or their good deeds. You could be at zero, but when you get too far into the negative side, people want to stop doing business with you. They want to stop helping you. Just as an example, we have a son who was 3 years old, and he has a great friend at school. And the mom's not a bad person or anything, but she does seem to want to take advantage of some of the generosity, and it's happened a couple times that she's been quite late picking him up, from us. And yesterday I had to, because she was on a boat that for whatever reason didn't get back to shore, I had to disengage from my work in order to drive him home and make sure that he was safely there. Now, you can do this once, twice, but once you reach a certain number, you get on the negative side of the ledger. You always want to make sure to be on that positive side of the ledger so that when you ask for something, when you need something, people are more than willing to help. And the further you are on the positive side of the ledger, the greater amount of support you will get from your friends, even from strangers who just like being around you. Now, you can get on that positive side of the ledger merely by smiling at somebody, by making them feel good with your energy, by an encouraging compliment. Or you can do it, for example, I'm certain that to some degree, I'm on the positive side of the ledger with this woman. Unfortunately, that is at her expense because she's now on the negative side of the ledger, and unfortunately, this will affect her kid because I'm going to think twice before inviting him over, which is what I did when we saw her at our son's school. So that is unfortunately the negative side effect of it, that it does affect those around you to some degree. Not that we're not going to invite him over, just that thought is in my mind, I might have to take time out of my work schedule in order to drive him home, which is going to make me less productive. So again, always seek to be on the plus side of people, of the ledger. Always do more good than what you receive. And if nothing else, again, you'll feel good inside because of that. In the long run, even if people don't reciprocate, because there is something called reciprocation, and people naturally have the tendency to do good for those people, for those who did good for them. I mean, if you take the word much obliged, that used to be an old-timey phrase that people said when you did something nice for them, much obliged. It's like, okay, I owe you. That's what they're saying. And this is what happens when you do something positive. So always, even if they don't reciprocate, in the long run, you'll be far better off for each positive action that you'll take. Even if nobody ever reciprocates, you'll feel good inside and you'll go out forth with the knowledge that you are a decent person and feel good about yourself and that you have some integrity. And in the long run, it will certainly work out for you both on a friendship level and on a financial level as well, because those two things generally go hand in hand, even with the advent of the internet where we need much less in-person interaction. People will be willing to go above and beyond when you hire them to do a job to make sure that they do it really, really well, which is what I'm experiencing at the moment with a couple of people that I'm kind of friendly with. So that's today's little rant about being on the positive side of the ledger. If you're new, do me a favor, get on the positive side of my ledger by hitting that thumb up button or leaving a comment or both. And you get a little dopamine hit when you do. I swear it's true. And have a fantastic day. That's what I wish for you. Not in return. I just wish that for you. Peace out.